Hey everyone, it's Amanda with My Life My Way. How you guys doing? I have a bit of an update for you guys. I'm going to kind of hang out here for just a minute or two, let some people come online if they're going to be able to follow us. I'm really sorry the camera's bouncing. Hold on for a sec. It's because I'm holding it in my hand. You are seeing me about as unbeautified as I can possibly get at this point. Hey guys. I literally have like no makeup on. I haven't showered this morning. My hair is up in like the most messy bun I think it's been in for a while. Hey guys. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update for kind of like what's going on and as much as I know about what's going on, and we'll kind of go from there. Hey guys. More of my 70K family following me along. Sorry it's a little bit shaky on here. I'm literally holding the phone this time. Usually I have it like tucked into a holder, but I don't have one in the living room. And that's kind of what I'm on. I'm glad you finally caught me live. And I still can't believe there's people from as far away as places like New Zealand watching me. That's kind of crazy. So I got the numbers back the other day from the doctor. And, well, from my blood draws anyways. I don't really call the doctor for them, but her office anyways. Our last blood draw was 42.28, if you missed those numbers. And then 3 days later, I went and had them done again, and they were 71.39. So they're still not quite doubling every 72 hours, but they're not, like, super far out. Hi, Bill. So the numbers aren't awful. They're not amazing. They're not fantastic. They're not what they'd like to see. But they're definitely rising. They're definitely not super low. Any of that kind of stuff. So, hey guys. So, the scary part this morning is kind of gross. So if you don't want to hear kind of gross, you might just want to like say hi and then maybe leave because this is pretty disgusting. But I woke up to like my dog out this morning. I've been having some like crazy night sweats, which has been awful, by the way. I don't usually night sweat in the middle of the night, but it's been bad. Like my husband's not home, so I've been sleeping on his side of the bed. Once I've like grossed through my side, and then I have to keep switching like the side of the bed sometimes every 2 or 3 hours, and it's freaking gross. It's awful. It's only started since we got pregnant. So apparently that's a pregnancy symptom for me. Which could end at any point. That'd be super fantastic. But I got up this morning to go to the washroom and let my dog out, and there was like some wetness, and I just sort of assumed it was because I keep sweating at night. But when I went to go to the bathroom myself after I let the dog out, I realized that wasn't sweat. That was blood. It felt like a lot. I phoned my husband crying, telling him that we were losing this baby. And he's pretty upset. He's stuck at work. So he's 4.5 hours away from here. And he's not super happy about being stuck up there either. He told me if I wasn't coping well, then just let him know, and he'd try and see if he could get out of work and come bail home and be with me this afternoon. But so far I'm okay. And then I started to calm down a little bit and become okay with it because, like I said, our numbers haven't been going up very high. So haven't been like getting really excited about this pregnancy. And if you've been through losses before, you might kind of know where I'm coming from, where you acknowledge that you're pregnant, but you're not like, it's not really real yet. And so anyways, so I messaged a girlfriend of mine who's also gone through infertility with both of her kids. She's lost one like I have. She had a really complicated pregnancy this last time around with like subchorionic hemorrhages and then an amniotic embolism, which almost killed her going into birth. And like just, we've become really, really close over the last couple of years that we've been talking for. And I messaged her and I was like, so I think I'm miscarrying this baby. And she messaged me back and she goes, okay, how much? And I was like, a lot. She goes, any pain? And I was like, no, there's none. And then like by the time that I'm talking to her and I start calming down, I was like, you know, it looked like a lot, but I don't think it was. Like by the time it kind of gets, this is gross. By the time it gets kind of like smeared around, a little bit of blood always looks like more, right? It's like mixing a little bit of paint and having it get all over instantaneously. I told her it was probably closer to like the 3 tablespoon mark. And But there was no clots in it, there was no pain in it, and she said that's exactly what her subchorionic hemorrhages felt like. So that might have been what we just had happen. I haven't had any more bleeding since. That was it, just the once, which is nice and a little bit reassuring. There's still no pain. There's still no clots passing. There's still no any of that. I was going to go get blood drawn today, but I decided against it. I'm just going to like chill out at home and kind of take my feet off and just kind of take it easy for a little bit. So you literally caught me like in my pajamas. So me and my super sexy self are doing the update right now. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Like at this point, the numbers are either going to keep going up or we're going to lose this baby. There's really only like 2 options to that, right? So at this point, there's no need to rush or to like get crazy about it. I'm not going to go to the hospital. They can't really do anything anyways. I'm A positive for a blood type. So the Rogan shot that you guys were talking about yesterday, or on our last update, was a few days ago, I guess now. The Rogan shot's only for people who are Rh negative. And the reason for the miscarriage might be that your baby is Rh positive and you're recognizing it as being like a foreign body and your body's trying to get rid of it. So I'm not Rh negative, so it's not a concern. It was way more than implantation bleeding. It was a lot. It felt like a lot. It was only a couple tablespoons, I guess. But yeah, but my girlfriend was saying because it's dark red and there's no clots, this is probably just like a, what's the word I was using before? Subchorionic hemorrhage. Thank you. Hey, Kayla. I'm glad you caught me live too. So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. I'm still a little concerned, but there's nothing really anybody can do about it. So we're just kind of like in a holding pattern. So I'm just chilling out. I've got my dog laying on the floor over here. If you want to kind of turn around, excuse the mess. That's my dog. This is my tray. It's got my cross-stitching stuff and my remotes and stuff and a drink so that I don't have to go too far for it. And it makes it super handy to grab it. So I'm just kind of chill out here and take my feet up. I hired a guy to pick up the mess in my backyard that this one has left for most of this winter. Because that's a little too strenuous to be doing at this point, I think. And I found a guy that said about like $40 to $60 depending on how big my backyard was and how much he had to put into it. So I was, oh, that works for me. Cat, yes, I feel nauseous. Not all the time though. It's really weird. So with our first pregnancy, I felt nauseous from like the time that I woke up until we went to bed. Sorry, I'm like sidetracked. There's people messaging me. This time around though, I'm more getting nauseous in the afternoon, into the evening, like my version of the afternoon in the evening, because I sleep till about 11. And I'm more nauseous when I'm full or like weird crap. I just about swore there. I'm sorry. Like after I sneeze and I get super nauseous, or after I cough really hard and I get super nauseous, and I don't know why that's a thing. And then the nausea takes like a half an hour to kind of settle down. Last night it wouldn't settle, so I ended up going to bed at like 7:30, which for me is usually like lunchtime, because I'm a chronic nights person. I've heard the lemon drop candies actually help, so I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of those. And it's really reassuring to see a whole bunch of the stories that are coming up saying that like you guys also had bleeding and you're, you know, how far along. There was one that I think said 20 weeks and another one that said their kid's 2 years old now. So thank you very much for the reassurance. Thanks to my friend Danny for being my gross phone call this morning. Well, I've branded text messages anyways. I did kind of have to laugh. After we had our conversation, she was waiting and she didn't say anything back for a while. And then she sent me a message. She's like, I was kind of waiting for a picture. I was like, gross, I'm not sending you a photo. But that's what happens when you have friends that are nurses that have gone through some of this stuff. And even as a paramedic, like I would have been waiting for a photo too. And I was kind of laughing with her. I'm like, Jesus, I'm really glad I have really gross friends you can go to when things start to slide south in your life a little bit. And my sister today is actually coming over. I called her when I woke back up because I went, like after I kind of cleaned myself up a little bit. Jolly Ranchers would be good. Anyways, after I cleaned myself up a little bit, I kind of tucked back into bed for a while, just to kind of lay down for a bit. And when I woke back up, I called my sister and I told her what happened. I was like, I'm pretty sure this wasn't a miscarriage. I'm pretty sure it's just a subchorionic hemorrhage. I'm hoping. And so she's actually coming over this evening, and she's going to bring me dinner, which is really nice. So I don't have to worry about like having to make dinner or call for dinner or something. I have food in the house left over for lunches and stuff, so that's not so bad. But yeah, so she'll come and she'll hang out with me for a little while. So I won't like sit here by myself alone, freaking out inside of my own head, which I've been doing a pretty good job at not doing today. So, hi from Australia, by the way. I didn't get a chance to say hi to you when I was mid-conversation, but, yeah, so it's worrying. I was pretty panicked this morning. I cried this morning figuring we were going to lose it. But I think now, like, kind of looking back at it and realizing we're not having any more bleeding, I'm still not having any cramping, that we might be okay. I don't think we're out of the woods yet, but we might be okay. And then I go for an ultrasound on the 10th. So, no, I'm not bleeding anymore. I haven't since this morning. Just that one quick round at like 9 a.m. And then when I went back to bed, I woke up about 11:30 or so, and there was no more on the pad. I'd worn in bed either, and I haven't had any since. So, yeah. So kind of a weird, kind of scary update. But thank you for coming online and checking up on me and sending all your positive vibes and all of your positive stories too. Yeah. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Okay. Hold on, I gotta put the coffee down before I can turn the live off without like super shaking you guys. Anyways, thank you very much. I appreciate all the love. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.